007 Dork at your service. While other agents carry gadgets, I carry questions. Far more dangerous. Today we'll be shifting gears. Instead of focusing on unstructured data with knowledge bases, your training will pivot to structured data that resides in an application. You've proven yourself worthy operatives of getting access to the QDivision application, which tracks our cases. I can see the eagerness in your eyes to jump into Field Training Mission 100. This application is loaded with insights, and I know you're armed with questions. Let's get into the QDivision headquarters and get going. On the community page, you've been given access to the QDivision application. What we're going to do now is go ahead and in our QDivision Field Academy space, we're going to go ahead and do an upload. And you're just going to give it that QDivision QVF that you downloaded from the community page. And we're going to upload that and get started here. And that process should take just a few seconds. And we're going to go ahead and open this application. The first thing I want you to know you need to do with any of your apps, whether it's this QDivision application that we uploaded or one that you already have on your site, is you will need to go into the settings for the application, and we're going to go and make it available to Qlik Answers. Not all of your applications are going to be made available, so that as you're doing development on things, you're not confusing users with 18 versions of applications. And so you'll toggle that button and you'll notice that it'll start presenting a message up here saying, hey, I'm indexing this for you. Once it's done, you notice it'll give you the message that it's complete, and that toggle will actually have flipped all the way and be green. And we're ready to go. We can start jumping into answers. We're going to hold off on pressing that button just for a second. Let's go to the dashboard because, the dashboard is the place to be. And we can see this is a very well thought out application, and I've got the number of closed cases 15 plus the active cases 16, and that number equals 50. I don't know about you, but in Dork's mind, that would be 31, but man, that doesn't add up. I wish we had the original programmer to understand these values and what we might be missing. Don't worry, operatives. In Field Mission 200, we're going to take a look at this because that is obviously a problem. And what we're going to do in Mission 200 is look at questioning structured and unstructured data together. And if you'll recall from a previous mission, I set this up for this very scenario. Well, we're going to go ahead and go on to the next screen, which is Field Mission 100. And it tells us that our active case percentage is 16. Now, that'd be nice if they could just ask a question and try to get that defined for them. So what we're going to do, the question that we're going to ask in this mission, I'm going to paste this right in here. Can you describe for me in detail what the active case percentage value is? I'm going to go ahead and widen this just a little bit and we'll answer that. We'll ask that. Not surprising, the answer agent is the first one to come up. In structured data or unstructured data, it is always going to be the first one, trying to figure out what you're looking to do. As it's going through the different processes behind the scenes, it comes back and says, hey, I found a structured division that contains this kind of information. And there are no unstructured data sources available because we're asking from within Qlik Answers in an app that is structured only. He passes that information off to the semantic agent, which we haven't seen yet, and you can see what the semantic agent does. Its job is to try to find matching KPIs, matching field values, look through vocabulary to try to find terms that match. Gets all that information, passes it off now to the data analyst agent, another agent we haven't seen yet, who starts looking at this information, passes that information back to the answer agent. Answers agent presents that information to us. It tells us that's a key performance indicator of our QDivision data. It's showing you the percentage of cases that are currently open or in progress. So it converted those terms that were in that set analysis for us gives us the calculations, gives us the business details, and actually went ahead and created some interpretation guidelines with details. Hey, over 70 to 80% would indicate that a workload buildup and insufficient resources, suggests efficient cases if it's under this, suggests a balance, talks about related metrics that you might want to see. Now, one of the things that you can always do is come back to showing the details of how it got there. And again, we saw that at the beginning. Hey, I'm going to go get all the data sources, try to figure out what this is. It's going to pass it off to the semantic agent. Then it passed it off to the data analyst agent. The answers agent got that stuff back, put everything together that all of the other agents that it had spun up did their job and gave you that information. Intelligent secured operatives, remember, licensed to query, trained to question, born to be curious. Mission complete. 007 Dork out.